Hey, Capricorn, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. Capricorn, I feel like you're not running. No more running is the message I'm getting here. Maybe it means running away from love, running away from intimacy, running away from the feelings of not enough, trying to suppress them. This can be lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, fears, frustration. There's a new path here, and you have the runner showing up. And I feel for some of you, there was a runner-chaser dynamic that may have played out in your life. We all know what the runner-chaser dynamic is, right? It's back and forth. It's tug of war. You know, I chase you, you chase me. It feels like a game of cat and mouse. It feels like a game, right? And to you or to someone, I feel like you're not playing into some sort of pattern or dynamic that may have even been part of your conditioning, maybe even since childhood. You have the old school here, old school card. You see that there's tapes, right? There's cassette tapes on this card. This is old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over in your head on repeat. And instead of updated beliefs or updated media where we can just push a button and turn it to the next, right? It's as if you'd hit rewind or you hit fast forward, but you know, on the old cassettes, when you'd play them, you had to wait for that tape to rewind. And sometimes you would have to sit there for a little while. And I feel for some of you Capricorns out there, it's as if you sat in some sort of suffering in a way, or a mental robbery is what I'm getting. Like you were robbed. You felt robbed of your time, of your energy. Someone may have taken up space in your head, and it's time to put that to an end. You're transitioning. There's something better on the other side, and you know very much, you're well aware that you deserve happiness, because we have this paradise card showing up for you. Spirit, what's the outcome? Thank you. Okay, yeah, you're releasing, you're letting go. You know very much that you deserve happiness and playfulness, and to enjoy your time with someone instead of it feeling like there's competition or it's a constant battle of the egos, battle of the mind. I'm kidding, like battle of the sexes. Maybe some of you are playing board games, or again, that is a game, isn't it? Battle of the sexes. Yeah, I think it's a board game. And so there is something here with mind games, or no longer being a part of someone's game. And I feel like what's happening now, and what you may have been bringing about, Capricorn, is a sense of stability and security. This is growth. This is endurance. It's performance. It's like you've gone as far as you can on this journey, or you've ran to the end of earth in a way, is kind of what I see. There's been a intensity that no matter what, no matter how much you try to maybe avoid it or run from something here, it is showing up for you to look at. Bottom of the deck, we do have self-sabotage. We have egos. We have fears, frustrations, things that each and every one of us have and hold within us at times. This is about you having a new sense of confidence to create the destiny that you want, right? This is being that influencer, you influencing your life by the choices that you make and not holding back based on fears, based on conditioning or outdated thinking, beliefs, or telling yourself an old story that no longer exists. Because the sword and the rose comes up to bring clarity and truth. And if you want to get the sweetness of the rose, you have to hit a few thorns along the way. That's part of the journey to the rose, is the thorn. This is revelations, honor, protection, and again, another card of determination. So I am getting that showing up. I feel more than once. Where's their determination? Okay, that's your ending. Your ending card is determination, growth, endurance, being able to get through any of life's hurdles. And you have the end result on both of these, subconsciously and showing up in your energy of what you're manifesting. So there is the energy here of alignment. You have the Paradise card with the love call. This is expressing your love, messages of love, thinking of you. Someone is thinking of you or informing you that they care about you, that you are special to them, that you matter. Some of you may even be entering into a honeymoon phase or a very abundant or prosperous new journey or new leg of your journey. Yeah, I feel like there's a huge transition coming in for you here after a time of not feeling good enough or feeling very separated from love. Even if you were in a partnership, it feels like there's been some sort of stagnancy, some sort of troubled waters that you've gone through. Some of you may be needing to take time away with a lover or with a family member or with a child or with a parent. Now diving into the tarot here, Capricorn, you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is getting focused, right? The focus, something is coming into your vision, hence her eyes really being brought up here. I feel like you are making a choice, but it requires you to focus on your intentions. Okay, this is planning your future, tuning into your third eye. What's your vision for your life? What is your, passions? What do you want to manifest in matters of the heart and in relationships? And not just focusing long term, but also what can you do right now to initiate and maybe even embrace this change that is coming in for you. It's coming whether you're ready or not, and I feel like you are ready. But I also see with the Ace of Swords crossing your path here, Capricorn, this is the Ace of Truth. This is clarity. This is that diamond in the rough. How are diamonds formed? Under pressure, under trials and tribulations and challenges. That is when the diamond truly is able to shine, right? And there's a message here around not being too sharp, right? Not being sharp around the edges. You can see that this diamond is round, so it can't cut. And I feel like words have hurt you in the past. Words have cut you. Maybe your own words, the way that you talk to yourself, even self-talk. But the Ace of Swords is a light bulb moment. It is truth. And sometimes we hear the truth and we don't love it. We don't love what we hear, right? Or the truth can be hard to handle. But I feel like the truth is what sets you free. And I feel like there is some sort of truth that is coming up, possibly from your subconscious. This could be a conversation that requires complete and utter honesty and truth, regardless of how difficult it may be. Speak with compassion, speak with love in the highest form, which means that even if there is a conversation about an ending, that it comes from a place of not malice, not revenge, not deep pain, but a willingness for both parties to grow and to evolve, and a sense of awareness that perhaps that cannot be done together. For others of you, if this is a conversation that is difficult to have because you want to come together, then one must embrace self-faults, because Ace is the card of self. One is the card of self. It's also a gift. Aces bring gifts, even though we may not always see them as a gift, especially the Ace of Truth. It can come in and it can be hard, but it is a gift nonetheless, because it embraces a brand new beginning, because now we're able to see the shattered illusion. And the shattered illusion may have been a fear of not wanting to see what's right in front of you. I feel like there's something along the lines of denial even. And with this Ace coming in, there's going to be some sort of action plan. You're cutting through the barriers, because I see you getting focused. Now, what's below you, Capricorn? What's in your energy? You have the 8 of Wands, self-confidence. There were delays due to lack of self-confidence. I see that here with the not enough, and it literally says lacking confidence, self-sabotaging behaviors, egos, fears, frustrations. You felt trapped. You felt stuck because you felt like you didn't have the confidence you needed to embrace some sort of new beginning, a rebirth. But what you're not seeing is that you are a phoenix. You're rising from the ashes here, and you are stronger and more powerful than you've ever been before. And you are sitting in this King of Wands energy in the recent past here, and this is about you not compromising your integrity any longer. And Capricorn, I feel like someone has pushed you to the limit. Someone has pushed your boundaries, okay? Or this is about you staying determined and dedicated to a dream or a promise that you told yourself a long time ago, that you would never abandon yourself, or you would never fall apart from who you know yourself to be, or disconnect from that part of yourself. I feel like there's a promise of coming back together with oneself, and that takes courage. That takes integrity. And I also see some of you here may have even been dealing with a fire sign, perhaps the King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius. I mean, some of you may even be cuspers on that Sagittarian cusp. But I feel here, Capricorn, that this is about you remaining flexible but not compromising your integrity. You are someone that people respect. You deserve respect because you give it. And you're not going to settle for less than. You're not going to settle for a page energy when you are showing up as a king or a queen. Okay? I feel like the alignment of the old paradigm, the old conditioning, the old events, right? It's time for you to break out of that pattern. That's why you have literally the sword and the rose, clarity and truth. That's the Ace of Swords here. Honor and protect. That's the King of Wands. Determination is your outcome. Okay, what's above you here is the Death card. The Death is transformation. It's a time of an ending. It's rebirth. It's spiritual growth. Don't resist. This is a transition, and it's leading you directly to more happiness, even though it may not always feel like it when you're in the midst of it. But I feel like you're good. Capricorn. I apologize if I've called you Sag. I feel like some of you have strong Sag placements, or you're dealing with a Sag. But I feel like there is a new, actually it almost looks like the word paradigm, but I feel like there is a new paradigm that leads to a paradise. There's a new beginning, and you may be fearing something that doesn't exist. What actually is going to be reality, which you may not see it yet, is the rose. And the reason why you're not able to see it is because you may still be bleeding from all the thorns. There's a love call here. There is a calling in itself, an expression of love, a message of love. Definitely someone thinking about you, or you're calling in someone. And you are enough. You're not sabotaging something. Or you're connecting with someone who doesn't want to sabotage a new beginning, but it requires a letting go of the old. So what do we have in the near future? We have the Five of Wands. This is the need to work together, because it feels like there are egos that are fighting for the same common goal. But if they realize that both of them have aspects and qualities that they could bring to the table, they could actually ascend. They could ascend in union. And I feel like that's part of what this is all about, Capricorn. And I've been saying this in almost every single love reading for September, is a preparation for union. A lot of signs, a lot of you who have been single, or even for those of you that have been in a relationship that is well expired. It is past its due date, right? I feel like there is a preparation, which may even mean endings, a preparation to put you on the path towards a divine union, a divine counterpart, someone else that you are meant to be with on your journey. And remember, this doesn't have to just be romantic love. This could be partnerships, family, platonic, friendships. Yeah, I feel like you have cut out, or you have, been conditioned at times to believe in certain things. And I feel like there's something new coming in that may challenge that belief. For the better, though, for the better. So something old that kept you, hindered or stuck is actually part of why this Five of Wands is coming in here, because it's going to allow you to view things from a new perspective. Instead of feeling the competitiveness, instead of feeling criticism, instead of feeling rivalry or different views at every which way, you might start to see this from a different perspective. Now, what you do with that perspective is on you. Now, Capricorn, we have the Knight of Wands showing up here. There's your intention. And here is you showing up, getting clear on what that intention is. Remember your Two of Wands. Here now is the Knight of Wands saying, okay, I feel like I'm clear, right? I'm in the clear. I'm ready to take my rose. And look at that. You can't make that up. We talk about the thorn right here and the rose, the sword and the rose. Here it is. He has it loaded up, locked and loaded in his bow. And it's on the arrow. And I feel like you are getting ready to hit your mark. Whatever that intention is, whatever that dream is, whatever that promise that you made to yourself many, many, many moons ago. This is about clarity, revelation, and honoring that promise and staying determined that even if that horse starts to gallop, right? Even if that arrow, even if you cast them out there and they don't always hit that mark, I feel like the universe never tires of giving you the rose arrow. And there is a new intention here, or, an existing intention that you're revisiting. And I feel like you're determined here. I mean, the Knight of Wands is a very passionate, determined, action-oriented leader. He is someone who is a warrior, right? He's brave. He moves forward. He is instinctual. And I feel like at times you may not be sure if you have what it takes to move forward, but the answer is yes, you do. Don't let the thorns of past conditioning, relationships, hurts, and heartache hold you back from setting your intention. Now, what's going on in your environment? You have the Four of Wands. Someone's having a little dance party here. The Four of Wands is 1111. It's soulmate, twin flame energy. This is celebrations. It's a milestone. It is honoring communal achievement. So whatever this 5 of Wands was for you, like I said, there is honor in this. You're celebrating overcoming some obstacle or struggle that you've had with maybe a group of people, with family, or miscommunications due to outside influence in some sort. Yeah, I feel like you're getting on the same page. There's something here about disconnecting if you must, but also being on the same page. And it feels like there's a mutual understanding. Yeah, mutual understanding is what I'm getting. And 4 of Wands is really quite beautiful. Some of you may even be moving into a new home. This could be halfway to marriage. We did see that diamond showing up. Maybe some of you are engaged. You may even be transitioning out of a home into combining homes. I mean, the death energy is transmuting of energies, right? It can neither be created nor destroyed. And I feel like the way in which something was done, right, is being updated with the old school. So doing things in a new way. And what better time than September, when there's a season change, right? There is a sense of balance and maybe routine, new routines, normalcy in a way, feeling secure, feeling happy, feeling abundant. This is honoring each other. Someone may be traveling, hitting a milestone, graduating in a sense. I mean, the 4 of Wands is beautiful. Just because things didn't turn out exactly the way that you thought, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be or hasn't been a success. Now, in your hopes and fears, Capricorn, we have karma. This is the Temperance energy. Temperance is Sagittarian energy, so we're seeing more of that here. And no wonder I keep wanting to call you guys Sages. Don't scream at me in the comments. I feel like you're definitely coming into alignment here with maybe wrapping up karmic cycles or learning what you've needed to learn in a certain dynamic, maybe the runner-chaser dynamic. Someone is learning how to balance out and regulate their emotions, okay? Maybe not suppressing them, numbing them, drinking them. I feel like this can also be deep wounds that led to addictions, right? Addictions are not the problem in itself. It is a side effect of something we have not dealt with. And when we deal with it, the addictions tend to fall away. I mean, don't get me wrong. It takes hard work to overcome them. But when we hit the root of the problem, we don't have to spiral down the path of addictive tendencies. And when we get the Temperance here, there were extremes in behaviors, or that is a fear that someone may have a temper, that someone may go to extremes, okay, to maybe have a vendetta. I feel like there is something here with a vendetta or revenge, but that may be based on past conditioning. Maybe some of you grew up in a household that did not feel safe. And I feel also someone is going to receive their karma, but you don't have to be there to see it. You just have to trust that everyone is on their own soul's journey. And I feel like you've already learned the lessons of yours. Now it's time to move on, because your outcome energy here, Capricorn, is the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is overload, right? It's reaching the end of a journey. You have taken on too much. This is a lot of responsibility. I'm also getting potential secrets, or you have taken on the weight of everything, maybe finances, or you have had health issues maybe, or you felt like you were getting the short end of the stick is kind of what I feel here. Some of you are empathic and you've picked up on the energies of everyone close to you, and maybe those people that, are complete strangers. There could be a level of protection needed and required for you to put down some of the burdens that you've carried. And I feel like this ending is bringing in an enriching, powerful new beginning of happiness and joy. of playfulness, of being able to partner up in divine union if you're not there already. If some of you are currently in a union, it's become heavy. It's become burdensome. And there needs to be a conversation or a difficult truth that needs to come out, because you've reached your point. You've reached a tipping point here, is what I'm picking up on. Spirit, can we get a little more insight into this 10 of Wands? 10 of Wands is bringing others in to lighten the load. It can be bringing in a therapist, a coach, a mentor, a healer. It's someone helpful potentially. Spirit, what do we have for the 10 of Wands? Okay, diminished returns and the Hierophant. So yeah, when it comes to commitments in your life, it's as if you haven't necessarily seen the returns of that which you've invested. And that is what's coming to a tipping point. You're saying, all right, I'm about to snap, right? With this emotional temperance energy. It's like, how long can I stay calm about it? How long? And I feel that it is okay to have a conversation here. And yes, it may bring about a lot of feelings, but at least you have more clarity. The intentions have been set. And even if there's conflict showing up in the near future around some sort of truth, you will get through this, right? You will be able to find balance and replenish your energy in some way, shape, or form with whatever decision is being made regarding a commitment, because you've come to the ends. And there's a new beginning on the horizon. That's what we see with this death energy. Change. Transition. Death energy is rarely ever fun, right? It's difficult to go through endings. I mean, if it wasn't, everybody would be embracing endings, but we know that that's one of the most challenging things to deal with in this human experience, is letting go. Right? Death and rebirth. We don't want to let go. We want to hang on to a sense of familiarity or love or relationships or our routines, because it helps create a false sense of security. But the true path to growth, expansion, and evolution is what is constantly changing. And that is the only constant. That is the only, in a way, stability in life, is knowing that things will always change, including our own selves, right? But when we look at it from a point of immortality, or from Einstein's view of, again, energy neither being created nor destroyed, it just transmutes. Right? And I feel like there's an energy shift taking place here for you, Capricorn, that is going to put you in a better position of growth, endurance, and security and stability with that grounding energy. What do we have here for Capricorn? We have round and round. Round and round. This is breaking patterns. This is basically the basis of your reading here, is being able to get out of maybe a karmic loop or a karmic cycle that you have been a part of. It is breaking out of illusions and patterns. Card 25, some of you may be born on the 25th, or 25 could be significant. This is the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles that you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. The appearance of this card could be a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backwards, and I was going to mention that in your reading, because we have the 5 of Wands showing up in the near future, but then we have the 4 of Wands. So it almost feels like, why am I really taking a step back here? Can I celebrate what's happening? Like, what is happening? And I feel like the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something new. You're going to do something better, break a cycle set up in the past. set up in the old school way of thinking, right? Some of you may even still have some old cassettes, some old CDs, some old records. And now it's okay every once in a while to break them out, right? That's great to do. But you may also embark upon utilizing the new energy of what has been created due to technology and upgrades. You may want to go on Spotify or, try YouTube, music on YouTube or wherever you get your music, right? It's quick, it's convenient, you can choose, you're there in a flash, but I also feel like you can embrace some old school techniques, but for a lot of you, you most likely are using some newer ways of listening to things, and that goes with your beliefs as well. You actually have a bird's eye view. You can't make it up. It says that right here. You have a bird's eye view. Look at your first card out here. 2, focus. You have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. That is showing up. And that Ace of Wands is the clarity. That's the truth. You're able to see something. Some of you are actually seers. You're clairvoyants. You're able to see things that maybe other people can't, or you're able to dive into maybe even the Akashic records. Some of you may be getting a lot of downloads, a lot of messages. Are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you have learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you are aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. And didn't we say that earlier? There's something here with maybe blame or shame. Yeah, maybe like a fall from grace or lack of self-confidence even. Yeah, there's clarity coming in. Are you refusing to see your own personal responsibilities? And I'm reading this to you because of the Ace of Swords in reverse showing up as the challenge. Are you refusing to see the lessons that are being repeated that you don't want to relearn? You have to surrender now to the fact that you may be the common denominator in all these repeat performances. Be happy, for this is a wonderful spot to be in. You can now see the cycles that you wish to exit. Once you figure that out, you have the power to stop going round and round. You possess the key to your freedom, right? You possess that key. No one else. Be good to yourself. It's not about blame, but about accountability. You can have the abundant life filled with love and prosperity that Spirit so wants for you. But we are adults. Sometimes we can't always account for what happens to us when we're children, right? But as an adult, it is our responsibility to heal. Because when we heal our origin, we heal our family dynamics. When we heal, the world heals. And as they say, hurt people, but healed people heal people. And I feel like you aren't going to go round and round. You don't want to anyway. Because you know that this paradise, this freedom, this happiness and joy is a path that you can touch. It is a path that you can take if you so choose. All right, Capricorn, let's get a message here from your crystal spirits. And at this time, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big breath in. Hold it as long as you can. And release with a nice big sigh through your mouth. And with your eyes still closed, if you can safely do so, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or crystals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be a gemstone that you're familiar with, maybe even know the name of. Perhaps your crystal is showing up as a specific color, hues of red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet, purple. Maybe your crystal is showing up as a specific shape or size. Maybe it's in its rawest form. It could be polished or tumbled. Perhaps it's attached to a pendant. Or it's emitting a frequency of unconditional love, protection, healing, or clarity. There is no right or wrong answer, Capricorn, and if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month, all you need to do is drop your crystals in the comment section below the video and hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, what do we have here? We have 4 crystals. We're only going to read the message from one of them. What do we have here? We have rose quartz, beautiful. You have fluorite, pink sapphire, and you also have kyanite, beautiful. Now I'm getting the pull towards the rose quartz here. Card 48, some of you that may have been your card. I'm also getting 48, could be an age of someone here. Someone may be born on the 24th or the 28th, or 44 could be significant as well. Rose quartz is all about self-love, self-worth, being enough. And that is probably why that is showing up, because we have not enough here that may creep up in your subconscious from time to time and be brought to your awareness. It is being brought to your awareness to remind you that you are enough. We are conditioned to forget how amazing we are. So when rose quartz spirit shows up, it's because now is a time for being aware, literally what we just said, for being aware of how quickly we forget our beauty and worth. Have you been falling into a comparison trap and convincing yourself that you're not good enough and that you have to work hard to deserve what you want for yourself? That's that 10 of Wands energy as well. Hard work. If I'm only better, if I only get this, then I'll be able to attract love. If I do this in the physical, if I achieve this, then I will deserve it, right? That's the reminder here that spirit doesn't want you to fall into that comparison trap. No, no, no. Let go of that scarcity mentality. Comparing yourself to someone else should be done only when you want to identify those matching inner strengths of yours that you wish to amplify so that you may experience even more love and prosperity. Today is a good day to connect with what you see and love in others and feel the presence of those attributes within yourself. Remind yourself of the times when you have been strong, smart, playful, and confident. Whatever the quality, Capricorn, it is within you. Know that you have all you need, and you will see your relationships reflecting that you're worthy of what you desire. Now, rose quartz is often identified with romantic love, but this beautiful stone, in fact, encourages us to experience love in its myriad of forms, from a mother's tender care of her child to random acts of service to of kindness towards a stranger. Rose quartz encompasses all expressions of love. It is the deep nurturing, the deep unconditional peace of us that's within us all, including self-love. Meditate with rose quartz. It'll bring the knowing that we are part of a loving frequency, that we are perfect and always have been from this perspective. All right, beautiful reminder here, Capricorn. That is what I have for you. Drop your crystal spirits in the comment section below, whether you had 1 or 5, as many as you would like. And if you don't know the name, drop the color, the shape, the size, or whatever you felt tuning into your third eye chakra. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell, do all the things. Thank you so very much for tuning in today, Cap. Lots of love to you.